beauty in the eye of the beholder. A curse is lifted. Huh? A wretched witch meets. Oh, aha! Never mind! I'm changing the story. A witch, angered at the beauty of Snowy, decided, I will change you, my dear, into something far less suited for marriage, and decides to humble herself with a frog. The prince, having seen what had occurred, decided to kiss this frog. JK. The prince, seeing what had happened, confirms that this frog is indeed a princess and decides to give her the release from the curse. There you go. Very nice. Prince saves Tiny. Okay. Evil witch. Oh, she was truly evil indeed, turning every single person she met into tiny little frogs. Of course, the prince thought he would save Snowy, but indeed saved Tiny instead. Oh my god, that's hilarious. The evil witch turning everyone into frogs, and the prince is the only one to save everything. My goodness gracious. Which becomes the mirror's favorite? Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is indeed the fairest of all? No, it could not be Snowy. How dare she? The witch, angered at the fact that she is not the most beautiful of all, decides to transform herself and chase Snowy into the forest and change her indeed. Cackling at her evil plan, she returns once again. Mirror, mirror on the wall, I am not still the fairest. How dare you? How could you? I will go again. She returns, remembering that she has to actually transform back into a beautiful lady, and asks the mirror, 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 who is indeed the fairest of all? That's right, that is me. Oh, goodness. Alright. Mirror praises everyone. Okay. Why is there a cliff? Why is there a cliff there? Peachy, you look so nice. Peachy, you're so nice. Very good. Mirror, you're so fickle. Mirror, mirror, hype man, right? There's no way to kill Peachy, though. Oh. No, they're both happy and content. No. Ah! Peachy had found perfection within the mirror's love and affection, not realizing that Haiti was not getting the same attention. Thus, Peachy is pushed by Haiti. Oh dear. The mirror, not realizing what had become, is happy and content with Haiti. But not. And Peety thought that he could sway the mirror and decides to make sure that he does. Now the mirror had fallen for Peety, but Froggy wanted the love for himself, so the frog decided to have a little accident take place. Why is... What? What? Ah. Interesting. So, okay. Die. Alright. He thought he could find beauty within Peachy, and Haiti resented that. So Haiti decided to push Peachy off of a cliff, angered and jealous. Oh. Mirror's praise. He goes to the mirror, finally finds the praise he well deserves, not realizing that Peachy, angered by his betrayal, scares him off the cliff that he threw her off. With no one to love, a frog hops in. What's up? And is content with life. As is Peachy. There you go. Very nice. The manor. My goodness. Butler's Rampage. The old and aging Duke continued to boss the poor butler around, but the butler would no longer have it. The butler decided to take matters into his own hands, kill the thing that the Duke loved the most, Duchess. The Duke himself. No, it starts immediately for the rampage and decides that the butler will take out first the thing that the Duke loves most, the Duchess, and then the Duke! Ah. We don't start with the build-up, we start with the inciting incident into the climax! Curious of the butler's gunnery, decided to just... Many thoughts ran through the butler's head as he thought of killing the Duke. But he knew better. He knew. The Duke appreciated it. What? Wait. There's only the gun. The Duke will not do anything but pet it. The butler thought many, many times to shoot the Duke, but would go to the shooting range to let out his frustration. Not realizing where the butler had gone, the butler with the gun said, "Oh dear, where could this gun have gone?" The butler, after relieving his stress, puts the gun away. "Ah, I am indeed ready to do my duty once again." And the Duke is relieved to realize that the butler isn't out to kill him, but merely take out his stress. Right. No. Butler, tired, sick, and tired of having to deal with the Duke and his demands for wine and women and dancing and drinking, decides to end things his way. Of course, the butler could not be seen with the gun, attempts to hide it, but the detective knows better, and arrests the butler on the spot. There we go. Innocence. Ooh. The Duchess wanting to see the JK. The Duke appreciates gunnery and firearms, as one would claim for a rich person. But of course, the butler had other plans. The butler, having had enough of the shenanigans he had to deal with day in and day out, decides to take the one thing the Duke loves the most, his Duchess. Placing the gun back, the butler finds that he is not the only one who is a fan of gunnery. Nope. It first starts with the anger, the incidents, the massive malice against the Duchess. And so the Duchess becomes... He places the gun back, knowing that he cannot be found quickly. And the Duke, not realizing what has happened to his poor wife, appreciates the gun and its splendor. But when the Duke realizes what has occurred and calls for the detective finds the wrong fingerprints and arrests the poor Duke. Ta-da. Oops. Alright. Brown Intrigue. Chapter 7. Jesus! My goodness, there's so much the anger here. 5 points. The detective even the authority to arrest the Duke? I guess maybe? 4 deaths. The Baron, the Baron pushes the knight he is so jealous of off of a cliff, saying, "Now you will never reclaim the throne to which you beside yourself. You will never claim the throne to which you are the bastard son of." Staring out into the water, the knight, angered in the afterlife, gets him back. Using the power of will itself, the knight revives and lives onward again. But in malice, the Baron does as well. And the fight begins yet again. A cycle of madness. A cycle of true madness. Long live the king multiple times. Ah! The Queen, beseeched and kidnapped by the Baron, finds herself trapped in an enigma. How could she save herself? The knight, of course, saves her and marries the knight on the spot. Look at us. That was very simple. Everyone says, "My God." The Queen beheld the throne in highest regard, only to be cast off by an evil Baron who wished for her throne. Now the Baron sits on the throne, eager to contain his happiness. He realizes not. Okay. What happens? What happens? Testing. We continue the story. The Baron receives the throne, taken hostilely by his own hand, casting the queen off, relishing in his rewards and riches. He's taken down quite easily. Now in need of a seat upon the throne, the knight takes it, missing his dear queen. My goodness. Queen Ares. Okay. The queen loves herself more than anything, more than the stars themselves, as they are but twinkles within her hair. Denies everyone, including the Baron. But the Baron, of course, has an idea. He will disguise himself, and he will kidnap her, easily as a dragon to a princess. Besmirched and ruined, how could someone take her and wreak havoc upon her kingdom while she is away? The Baron... Okay. The Baron, now having her in his clutches, removes the disguise and rescues her, as it were. How sweet. What a sweet and gentle knight. The queen promises herself unto him, and he becomes the king. Queen. Angering everyone who loved her, decides that she is the perfect bait, and gets kidnapped by the Baron. My goodness. What could the Baron possibly want with her? Nothing, of course. But the Baron has other plans, wishing to embarrass her. For who could save her from an evil Baron and a dragon? Enticed by this fearsome dragon, he decides to marry said. Alright. I'm just like, okay. That's it. Yes. Alright. Arrest some murder. My goodness. Butler having enough of the Duke's shenanigans. What is witness? The Butler having enough of the Duke's shenanigans wreaks havoc and plans for a murder most foul. Of course, the detective, with his keen eye and skills, knows that something about him. Proven so, he witnesses the Butler kill the Duke in the most horrific of fashions with a gunshot and decides to arrest Butler in defense. He's Monster Awakening. Oh my god. Oh my god. Butler gets fired. The Duke knows something is wrong, and witnesses. The Duke, not at all as stupid as the Butler claims he is, decides to check in on his friendly Butler on his time off. The Butler, having had his fill of the Duke's shenanigans, relishes the idea of bringing a gun into the ballroom and shooting the Duke on sight. When the Duke does not come in for his daily walk, the butler returns his gun, only to be fired upon seeing the Duke once more. There we go. The house gets... Ooh! The butler, instead of finding a new job, instead of finding something else that is worthy of his time, decides to take matters into his own hands. The Duchess, telling her husband for years that something was wrong with the butler, witnesses firsthand the butler doing the most heinous of acts. In retaliation, after the butler returns the gun, the Duchess decides to take matters into her own hands. There we go. For the last, and hopefully last time, the butler seizes the opportunity to kill the Duke to whom he spites and sneers at for the rest of his days. The Duchess, knowing something was wrong, witnesses a murder most foul. She quickly informs the detective of what has occurred, and the detective arrests on the spot. What is it? Oh. The Duchess knows that nothing can be done, so she informs the detective to watch as she takes the bullet for her love. But the Duke isn't. This is... But the detective has to make the arrest. So... Duke is not home, but Duke can't be home. The Duchess, curiouser and curiouser about the gun, decides to tell the detective what had occurred. Oh, okay. Huh. Nope. Nope. Huh. Interesting. The Duchess has to remain alive. The Butler has to have the gun. Quite a puzzle. We cannot use the Duke in any shape, fashion, or form. Because if we do this, he can't make the arrest. Nope. He doesn't look for fingerprints unless a murder happens. The Duchess has to remain alive, so he can't kill the Duchess. He can't kill the detective because the detective has to make the arrest. It has to be a case of theft, but every time that they mention that, he hides the gun. Even if the detective is a witness to the Duchess getting killed, it doesn't count because the Duchess is dead. Duchess needs to remain alive somehow. Huh. This is a rather interesting puzzle. What do you mean the hint is misleading? If the Duke's not home, he can't be present during this. Mind if I suggest something? Hold on. Nope. Nope. Yeah, because no matter what, the Butler's gonna hide the gun. So... And it has to be the Duchess. I don't think this is misleading. The Duke shouldn't be part of this.
6.5 hours later.
What? Okay, that's real. I guess that works. She gave him suspicions. I guess so, but it's just like, really? Okay, sure. This one's mildly like, really? You had to like dance around to get that? I think he's planning to kill me. Oh no, she's dead. It's like, that makes sense. But at the same time, there's a big problem here. Because the Duchess could be saying anything. The detective doesn't have to immediately believe that. Yeah, the detective doesn't have to immediately believe the Butler and believe the Duchess that the Butler has the gun. He still has to do the investigation to make sure it's the Butler with the gun. Unless we're just caught him in the act. It's like, what? I don't know. Well, that was weird. I hate that.